Hey, this is Coach Noah here at the Nutrition with Noah show on this sweltering warm day up here in Cambridge, Mass. It's July 19th, and today we're talking about being hungry for nutrition. That's right. Our hunger for nutrition, our hunger for health, our hunger for happiness. And I'm going to read to you from page 122 of Integrative Nutrition. Again, you can download the first two chapters of this book at coachnoah.com. And a few years ago, this is from page 122, one of my students, and this is Joshua Rosenthal talking, talked to me about her problem child, Kevin, who was addicted to processed foods like sugary cereals, peanut butter and jelly on white bread, pizza, fast food, and all kinds of sodas and salty snacks. The more Kevin ate, the hungrier he got. This ravenous 11-year-old was clearly eating too much and was overweight as a result. Maybe he's not hungry for calories, I said to her. Maybe he's hungry for nutrition. What do you mean, she asked. I'm feeding him all day long. I would think he's getting too much nutrition. I explained that the food he was eating was all processed and rich in simple sugars, but deficient in nutrients. Sugar is fuel for cells, but they need vitamins and minerals to do their jobs properly. He was fueling his body, making his cells work, but not giving them the raw materials they needed. Kevin was craving more and more food because his cells were starving for vitamins and minerals. He was suffering from malnutrition. He's on a very inefficient diet and needs to eat a lot of food just to get enough nutrients to operate his body, I told her. But what can I do? His mother asked, looking a bit stunned. He's got to reverse the formula, I said. Eat foods that are rich in nutrients and low in calories. The exact opposite of what he's doing now. I then laid out a program for her son which did not take out any of his foods, but rather added nutrient-rich foods, especially vegetables and whole grains, to his diet, suggesting leaner choices of meats and plenty of exercise. I spoke to her about making home-cooked food that might appeal to her 11-year-old. He could still have his favorite peanut butter, but on a celery stick instead of white bread with sugary jelly. He could still eat pizza, but homemade pizza with vegetable toppings. She had to take it slowly. Kevin wasn't going to immediately start wolfing down collards and brown rice. Getting a child who's hooked on sugar and processed foods to eat natural foods can seem impossible. His taste buds were accustomed to artificial flavors. Natural foods would probably taste bland. I sometimes tell students to pour chocolate sauce on greens at first, if it will get their kids to actually eat them. Do whatever it takes to get kids accustomed to natural foods. It takes most people, both children and adults, 3 times of trying a food before they begin to enjoy it. I suggest that Kevin's mom make greens and have him eat just a few pieces at the first time, the second time, and the third time. After that, he was helping himself to greens. 6 months later, Kevin had lost 30 pounds. Like a lot of people, Kevin was stuffing himself with sugary foods and becoming sick and overweight. He kept eating because his body was craving nutrients, not simply food mass. The body is smart. It tells you when you are not feeding it properly. If you feed it fats, oils, sugar, it's going to send you messages that it needs more food. It needs protein, it needs vitamins, it needs minerals. But if you are not accustomed to eating vegetables, whole grains, and other nutrient-dense foods, you're not going to decipher this message as a specific craving for something healthy. So Kevin, for example, was just getting the hunger signal and grabbing the foods he'd been brought up on: meat, pizza, bread, sugar, Big Macs, or whatever. Kevin was lucky that his mother sought help. A heartbreaking number of children in this country are struggling with their weight and obesity. They are addicted to sugar and processed foods. Most people don't realize that they keep eating because their bodies are hungry for nutrition. So how might you be hungry for nutrition? How might the kids in your life be hungry for nutrition? If you need any support in creating a nutrition plan that actually satisfies what your body's hungry for, let me know. Put the comments below. Send me a message here on Facebook or LinkedIn or Twitter or wherever you're watching this show so we can create a plan that feeds your nutrition and starts to satisfy your cravings. Have a great day. This is Coach Noah over and out from the Nutrition with Noah show.